Beer feels harmless, cold, refreshing, part of the culture. You drink it after work, on weekends, at barbecues, pubs, and sporting events. It's social, it's familiar, it feels safe. But what if the beer you've trusted for years is quietly cutting corners you were never meant to notice? Behind iconic Australian labels, bold branding, and decades of tradition, there's a side of the beer industry most consumers never question. That's mass production. Ingredient shortcuts, aggressive processing, and once a brand becomes big enough, quality often stops being the priority. This video is not about banning beer, and it's not about telling you what you're allowed to enjoy. It's about what you should know before you open the next one. Because when something is consumed regularly, small compromises don't stay small. Today, we're breaking down 8 Australian beer brands you should seriously rethink drinking. Brands that millions still buy out of habit, not because they've looked closely at what's inside the bottle. Stay with us, because some of the most popular beers in Australia are on this list. Let's get into it. Number 8, Pure Blonde. Pure Blonde is marketed as the healthier beer option. Low carbs, light, clean image. But here's the problem. To achieve that profile, the beer goes through heavy processing. Flavor is stripped out, then artificially balanced back in. What you're drinking isn't a naturally brewed beer. It's a carefully engineered product designed to hit numbers on a label. And when beer starts being designed like a spreadsheet, something fundamental is lost. Number 7. Han Han has positioned itself as premium and refined. But much of its range is built around high-volume production, with minimal differentiation from mainstream lagers. The branding suggests craftsmanship. The process suggests efficiency. When image and reality don't match, consumers are paying for perception, not quality. Number 6. X, 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 Gold. X, X, X Gold is deeply ingrained in Australian drinking culture. It's light, easy to drink, widely accepted. But that drinkability comes from extreme dilution. Lower alcohol, thinner body, minimal malt character. The goal isn't flavor, it's mass appeal. You're not drinking beer for taste. You're drinking it because it goes down easily, and that should make you pause. Number 5. Great Northern markets itself as refreshing and outdoorsy. Cold, crisp, sessionable. But it's another example of beer engineered to be inoffensive. Minimal bitterness, minimal character, minimal complexity. It's designed so no one dislikes it, which usually means no one truly enjoys it either. Beer reduced to a background accessory. Number 4. Two Haze. New Two Haze. New trades heavily on nostalgia. For many Australians, it's the beer they grew up with. But heritage branding can hide modern compromises. Today's product is brewed at massive scale, with little resemblance to the beer that built the reputation decades ago. The name stayed. The process changed, and most people never noticed. Number 3. Carlton Draft. Carlton Draft is iconic. It feels like real Australian beer, but it's also one of the clearest examples of industrial brewing, high-speed production, highly standardized recipes, consistency over character. Every glass tastes the same because individuality has been removed by design. Reliable? Yes. Interesting? No. Number 2, Victoria Bitter VB is more than a beer. It's an identity, strong branding, working-class image, unapologetic. But the bitterness people associate with strength comes from aggressive hopping and processing, not superior ingredients. VB survives on loyalty, not scrutiny. People drink it because they always have, not because they've ever asked what they're drinking now. Number 1, Crown Lager. This one surprises a lot of people. Crown Lager is positioned as premium, higher price, gold label. Special occasions, but premium pricing doesn't mean premium beer. In reality, it's closely related to mainstream lagers, marketed differently and sold at a markup. You're paying for image, not for a fundamentally different product, and that makes it the most misleading beer on this list. The turning point. At this stage, a pattern should be obvious. These beers aren't designed to be exceptional. They're designed to be predictable, safe for mass consumption, easy to produce, easy to sell. And when that becomes the goal, quality quietly steps aside. At this point, one thing should be clear. This video isn't saying you should never drink beer again. It's saying you should stop drinking on autopilot, because most of the beers on this list don't survive on quality. They survive on habit. They survive on familiarity, on nostalgia, on branding that feels bigger than the product itself. Over time, many of these beers stopped being brewed for flavor and started being engineered for scale. Consistency replaced character. Efficiency replaced craft. And most consumers never noticed, because the label never changed. The truth is, beer doesn't have to be bland. It doesn't have to be over-processed, and it doesn't have to taste the same everywhere, every time. But to get something better, you have to be willing to question what you've always bought. So the next time you reach for a familiar brand, pause for a second and ask yourself, am I choosing this because it's actually good, or just because it's what I've always known? Awareness changes habits, and habits shape what the industry keeps selling. If this video made you rethink even one choice, subscribe, because the next everyday product you trust might be the next one we take a closer look at.